Kenny, you're spastic.
Hey man, welcome back to another episode of Two Joes and the Pro. As always, you got your guys Kenny, Ryan, Brian. I know you guys are like, is this Friday? Because
Thursday, Friday, Wednesday. These guys don't know what they're doing.
Listen,
what?
we come on when we want to.
No,
You just gotta be ready.
You have a point, but you know
When you want to. Not who.
Oh man, did I do something to my charger? Hold on.
Oh no.
It's a new laptop. Give him a break.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to adjust, bro. Damn, ashy ass elbows. God, Lee. Damn, can you put some lotion on, my guy? Boom. I'm right. I'm good. Anyway, so
Jeez Louise.
next week will be Fridays, right, for a little bit. But you know,
Yes.
it's Brian's fault, not mine. He had the bright idea of like, hey, Kenny, man, why don't we go on Thursdays, right? Let's do it. I said, okay, well, let's keep the people in like a spin cycle, right? Let's see what happens. So anyway, Brian, I know how you doing, Ryan. How are you, bro? I haven't seen you in like
Me?
last week. Yeah,
Me?
yeah. Where you been?
We literally did dry needling together on Tuesday.
Oh.
I'm talking about at work.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
when
You
did you
got
see
time for the
Brian?
peasants.
Yeah, you don't
When
have
did
time
you
for the
see-
peasants. Huh? You
Did you
when
see
was
Brian? You went to food trucks today?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Oh,
Did you go?
I don't think I saw him there.
I could have sworn. Yes, my vision is bad, but I could have sworn I didn't see you out there.
Brian, you can't say anything. I've invited this guy over to my house like 10 to 15 times, and he refuses to show
Who,
up.
me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, did you invite Kenny over?
No, I just know Kenny.
Okay. You see how that is, Kenny?
You ain't got time for this.
I didn't have time for what?
Me.
Okay. I had
Kenny
time.
is like
Right.
like how I am at work, but at home.
What?
Explain.
I don't have time for you guys when I'm at work because I'm always busy. Kenny is a
Busy.
homebody.
Am I a homebody though?
You the one that said that to us.
Am I a homebody? I don't
I'm
like to
just going-
move, bro. I don't like to move.
That's literally the definition.
That's not a definition of a homebody. I'm the most antisocial person you know.
Nice. All right.
You know what I mean?
When are we hanging out?
Bro, you tell me. Like, I'm only in school. I'm doing like 1,000 things, bro. So when you tell me like, hey, come over, cool.
That's me at work. That's me at work.
All right. When you tell me, hey, bro, come over, I got this going on. I'm like, all right, cool. If you tell me the day of, hey, Kenny, hey, listen, we got this going on, I'm not coming because it's not on my agenda.
All right, fine. Brian, how far out do I need to schedule you?
You have to check with my scheduling manager.
Do you have a calendar? Do you have a calendar I can have access to?
Yeah, we'll get you a calendar invite to
Look,
set
you-
up the appointment.
Brian, you have wasted so much time because during the winter we have had one sport. Then comes springtime when my kids are in like 3 or 4 different sports. You're gonna be like, "Hey, you want to hang out?" And be like, "I'm going here. I'm going there. I'm doing this. I'm doing that."
He doesn't care about that, bro.
Missed opportunities.
All right, guys. I know you guys didn't come for the Two Joes and the Pro dilemma. You came to learn about some sports or hear about some sports. So anyway, let's get to it. Let's see. College basketball has been a little bit of the same thing we've been talking about the last previous weeks. People have been getting upset. A lot of teams have been back and forth. You have seen the conference play kicking a little bit more, and what you have seen is teams, play their rival or play conference opponents that coaches are familiar with the coaching staff and know what the teams like to go to. And so you've been seeing a couple upsets here and there. One thing I didn't know, Brian, was that Wisconsin is the number 6 team in the country.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
I'm like, I thought they were like number 13 last week. So I'm like, how did they jump up? Did they upset somebody? Because I'm not tracking that.
No, because you had a bunch of top teams lose.
That's true. But we had top teams lose for like the last 2-3 weeks, but it's kind of like they just shuffle across the board,
I know, but a couple of them were bad losses. Like Tennessee was favored by like 13.5 points. They lost. I forget who it was now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Iowa State on Saturday beat Kansas. We knew that one. You called that one. That happened. North Carolina lost 2 days ago to Georgia Tech, which was a
That
bad
was a bad
loss.
loss because I was at home,
No, that was
wasn't it?
away. That was away at Georgia Tech, but Georgia Tech's not ranked. They're the number 3 team in the country. Auburn, who's the number 8, they lost to Mississippi State at Mississippi State. TCU upset Baylor at Baylor. Colorado State is falling off a cliff. They lost to Wyoming. What else? You said Boise State won yesterday, right?
Yeah, they upset New Mexico
Yeah, so
in New Mexico.
yeah, they upset New Mexico.
And then Northwestern took Purdue to overtime in Purdue.
But that's no at this point.
Northwestern is their kryptonite.
Yeah, I've lost 2 times betting Purdue spread versus Northwestern. Now,
Don't do it.
Yeah, I don't do it anymore.
Dude, did you know that the free throw spread in that discrepancy in that game was Purdue had 38 more free throw attempts than Northwestern,
And they still barely beat them.
and they still took them to overtime. Like
They
that's
just
insane.
yeah. South Carolina South Carolina is a sneaky team, by the way. They're like Kansas State in a way, though. You don't know what you're gonna get with them. It's hit or miss, right? But they upset Tennessee, which Tennessee was the number 5 team in the country.
That's right. That's who it was.
So that was a bad loss. Or I don't know if it's necessarily a bad loss because South Carolina's kind of looking better. And then we talked about the Purdue already getting close there.
Clemson lost by 1 to Duke. They got jobbed by the refs.
You think so?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was some bad officiating. It was very one-sided. Duke got the home cooking on that one.
Yeah. Well, the ranked teams are handling business tonight. The time that I don't take them, Wisconsin. I took Wisconsin today. They're -1, which scared the hell out of me versus Nebraska because they got a little Jeremy Lin action going on down there. But
Nebraska's nasty at home. I'm on Nebraska's side this tonight. So
yeah, they're down 16 at halftime. So good luck.
that's all right. There's still another half to go, Kenny.
Okay.
College basketball is crazy. You
I
watch.
know it's crazy, but they're not coming back, bro. If you got the money line, it's not happening.
Okay.
I'm telling you, you're not happening. Arizona they're blowing out Cal, which is no shocker there. But today's kind of been a weak slate of games. You kind of have to, I guess, late when we get off of here, me and Brian probably be DJs and look at the game slate because we got some 10 o'clock games on here. All right. We got USC, Oregon, UCLA, Oregon State, San Francisco, San Diego State, Santa Barbara, UC Davis. I get into those Cal State, Fullerton, WAC, WCC. I like those kind of games. But anyway, that's all I got here for college. And then NBA is, I'll let Brian touch on that because I don't really want to talk about the sorry ass Lakers.
Wow, they're beating the Celtics right now.
Yeah, but it being the Celtics right now, when it's not expected. Like when things are not expected for them, then they show up. When they are expected to do things, then they don't show up.
Yeah, let's talk about what's going on in the NBA right now. What's up with LeBron and AD coming to play their historical rivals in the Boston Celtics, and they both sit out. Now, granted, AD did miss the last game, so you could definitely chalk that up as injury. But LeBron's only out. It's really a rest day. Like they said, his ankle's sore, but we all know that's bullshit. I don't like these superstars. It's not just I'm not just hating on LeBron and AD. I'm hating on all superstars across the league that decide to do load management. I think it's weak.
It sounds like you hate him, but it's okay.
Well, it just happens to be him this time.
Okay, well,
and I'm just saying, when you're playing your rivals, they're always going to be rivals. LA and Boston, you have to show up for those games.
Okay, so let's say it to this fact. So I understand what you mean about a lot of elite players not playing, especially in big time games. But to that point, what I would say is that LeBron is supposed to be a guy that is 40 years old, or he's 39, about to be 40. He's been in the league 21 years now. And with that being said, they told him that, we're going to keep your minutes anywhere from the 26 to the 30 minutes range. And let's look at the last.
Well, that's on the coach then.
Okay, but I understand it's on the coach, but listen to this. Last game, 36 minutes. Game before that, 37 minutes. They went a double overtime versus Golden State, 48 minutes, 36 minutes, 31, 34, 33, 39. He had one game that was 20, 24. Then he went to 35, 38, 39, 38.
He had a rest day at the Clippers.
Well, that's because they had a long ways to go to travel for that game. So, it's understandable.
So it's like when you think about it, it's like he's not getting no break. So when is he?
I get it, Kenny, but
he is about to be 40 years old. Dog.
I don't care. You don't do it against the Celtics.
Bro. Listen. This is what I don't understand.
You do it against like Portland,
bro,
or Detroit, or some.
When you're tired, bro.
No.
Yes.
Bullshit.
Yeah, it's not bullshit.
It is bullshit.
No, it's not.
He's
That's like you're injured.
He's an all-world athlete. He is not so tired that he can't play in this game.
He's been doing an all-world athlete for the last 21
I don't
years.
care. I don't care.
Damn.
Anyways.
Damn. Let's get on everybody else. Let's get on Bradley Beal sitting down this whole time. Let's get on everybody else. Like, golly.
Imagine this, Kenny. Imagine you're a Boston Celtics fan and you bought tickets to this game. You expect this great game with great players in it, and then the Lakers show up and they're like, nah, we're going to sit our guys.
What about the last 21 years?
What about it?
The last 21 years when he's been playing. It's not like we could say about a lot of players, but LeBron hasn't been one of those players that has traditionally just set games. That's never been his MO.
He has.
No. For injury, not just to sit games, just to sit games.
Injury. Come on, Kenny.
What are you talking about, bro? In the last 5 years, he had like 2 injuries that he's been out for majority of the year. Right?
Kevin Durant's averaging 37 minutes per game. He's only, 35?
Yeah, but he's another one that takes nights off too. So I'm not giving him a break either.
Kevin Durant missed 2 seasons with injuries, right? So like when we're talking about LeBron James has been doing this at a high level for 21 years though, right? Like he hasn't had a season where he's like, oh, I'm out a whole season. The rest of the body, he's just been going balls to the wall the whole time. So it's like, I get what you're saying, Brian, but at the same time, like, at what point in time are we going to treat him like he's a 39-year-old and stop treating him like, hey, you are supposed to be this elite athlete every freaking year? Like, think about when Jordan came back and played, nobody had expectations for Jordan because they're like, he's old as shit. We don't expect Jordan to look like 96 Jordan, 94, 86 Jordan, 89 Jordan. We don't expect that.
What did he do, Kenny? He averaged like 23 a night until he got hurt that year.
LeBron is averaging 24.
I get it.
7.9, 7.5, 7.7. Giving the same love. Well, like some
but Jordan didn't take any nights off. There was no load management back then.
You tripping if Jordan didn't take nights off.
But you know what his coach did? His coach limited his minutes. So let's blame Darvin Ham then for overextending LeBron.
Okay. All right.
Just saying.
I don't normally come to LeBron's rescue, but
I know.
In this case, like I'm like, damn, what more do you want from me, bro? I've been doing this for hella years. Like, can y'all cut me a break? Every time I go sit on the bench, you're like, LeBron, why are you sitting? Like, damn, ask the rest of these youngins that's sitting.
Okay. All right, let's move on to another athlete that's also NBA player that has a load management problem. Joel Embiid. He's actually hurt now. He just had an MRI on his knee. I'm not sure what the extent of the injury is, but and he is a bigger guy. So, there's going to be more pressure on your joints like that. But he is in jeopardy of not qualifying for the MVP, even though he right now is the leading candidate or one of the leading candidates to win the MVP. He can only miss 5 more games this year. If he misses a 6th game, he doesn't qualify because the NBA implemented a rule where you have to play at least 20 minutes per game in 65 games. So, what do you think about that? The new rule with the NBA?
I think it's a good rule. You got to give credit to the dudes that's actually fucking playing, right?
Yeah.
Like, why am I busting my ass, right, playing game in, game out if you're going to do a politics race and just say, hey, we're going to give it to whoever we like, right? So-and-so's had 10 games. He had 70 points. Oh, my God, he's the best player in the league. But this guy's been doing it in and out, right? Like, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, like, he is, in my opinion, he's one of the top people in the league, right? He's hasn't been hurt. He's been playing consistent. And I think that him and the way Anthony Edwards has been playing as well, like both of them, they've been going at it, but you could say that they should be in the race. Those guys don't be missing games like that. Like if you're talking about young guys that's carrying the torch, that's trying to do it like the old school way, like I'm going to play game in and game out, those dudes are doing it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, and another guy that plays almost every night basically is Tatum. I mean, he's not in the race right now. Not if he is, he's further back than those guys. Those guys are having a hell of a year.
He's having quiet years. That's all.
Yeah,
To
and then
start,
the Joker, he takes nights off every once in a while, but it is very limited. I bet he still plays, at least 72 games in the season, so he only misses about 10.
But it's normally something going on with the Joker if he misses the game. Like I would say about those European guys, if they can play, they normally play. Right? They are showing a little bit more toughness than American players for sure. Because I see Luka all the time out there. Luka got his shoulders strapped up with all this tape like he's damn Iron Man out there, stuff on his knees. Like, so I've seen it multiple times. Those European players like to play. So I don't know.
Was it Jokic? Did he win 3 in a row? Did he win MVP last year?
No, Joel Embiid won, I thought, last year.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah, because Joker was going up to win 3 times in a row, but they said we can't let the same guy do it because blah blah blah, some bullshit excuse, right? Kind of the same thing they were doing with Westbrook.
Why wouldn't they want to let him do it 3 times in a row?
Larry
Bird did it.
The big drama
Huh?
last year. Well, that ESPN analyst that was basically talking about race.
Oh yeah,
remember
you
that
talking
last
about
year?
Kendrick Perkins and JJ Redick and
I don't remember that
the whole joint. And he was just pretty
because
much
that's how
saying
it's insignificant to me, and it's like it's such a
Yeah.
lame thing.
Yeah, he
to
was
bring
just
up.
trying to say, "Oh man, you can't keep giving it to the guy because I'm like, bruh, like I don't think people understand. Like it's hard as hell to make a triple double. It doesn't matter if you're a big
Yeah.
man or a guard. Like look how much times if you look on the betting odds, what are the betting odds on a triple double? It's plus 300, plus 400 for most people. So if you see the Jokers and his is plus 125, minus 115, like what does that tell you? Right, like it's hard to do that, but he's a stat sheet stuffer. Like it's the same thing with Westbrook, right? People are like, "Oh man, Westbrook shouldn't win the MVP because he did this 3 years in a row. He's averaging a triple double for the last 3 years. It's not as impressive." How?
Yeah.
How? You're gonna diminish me because you say I make it look too easy?
I mean, there were times that his teammates were letting him get rebounds.
You can say the same thing for Joker. There's times that guys they know he's getting a rebound, they move out. They let him bring the ball up the court, outlet. And normally the big man on offensive rebounds, they get out of there. I mean, on defensive rebounds, they get out of there and run the floor, right? They're normally 4 goes and get the rebound, whatever the case may be. But that's besides the point. Even if that's the case, for you to average it for the whole year for all 82 games, like that's still
Yeah,
you're still working.
it
You know?
is. It's impressive.
So
Let's see. We have the All-Star break coming up for NBA.
Yeah, what do you think about the
what's
All-Star
that?
team?
Was that next week? Right.
yeah, that's next week.
The All-Star team. So the starters for the East, it's I don't have it on my phone right now.
I can tell you right here.
I know it's Tatum. I know it's Lillard. Embiid.
So the
and
starters,
Giannis.
yeah. So the starters for the Eastern Conference is Tyrese Halliburton from the Pacers, Jalen Brunson for the Knicks, Jason Tatum, Giannis, and Joel Embiid. How is Joel Embiid going to do it with a knee injury? I don't know. I got an asterisk by it. So
Wait, Halliburton is the starter?
yeah, he's a starter.
I thought Lillard was.
No, he's not a starter.
Yeah, Lillard got voted in as a starter, I thought.
No, I'm looking at it right now, bro.
Really?
He's not a starter now.
I was just arguing with somebody about this today at work, so.
So I guess
weird.
Julius Randle's not playing. So Derek White got in from the Celtics, and then Trey Young should be next to replace probably Joel Embiid. So you probably see a shuffle there. But the reserves is Donovan Mitchell for the Cavaliers, Tyrese Maxey, who's definitely well deserved. Jaylen Brown, Bam Adebayo, Julius Randle, which we'll see what happens there. Damian Lillard and Paulo Banchero, however you want to say it.
Yeah, Ben Caro.
Big Arrow. And then what about the West? The West, you got Luka, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Kevin Durant, Joker, and then Kawhi. LeBron's coming off the bench. So,
Really?
mhm.
Because I'm looking at the NBA, NBA.com,
Yeah.
and they have like stars next to the starters, and on the East they have Lillard as a starter, with Tatum, Halliburton, Embiid, and Antetokounmpo, whatever, Giannis. And then in the West they have Luka, Durant, SGA, LeBron and Jokic.
Yeah, I'm looking
So-
on ESPN. They just put it out this morning at 8 o'clock.
Okay,
So,
Huh.
either way,
that's weird. But yeah, either way. Is there any snubs that you can think of that you come to mind real quick?
oh yeah, for sure. I think De'Aaron Fox should have definitely been there because he has definitely improved, and I think that he's definitely an all-star caliber player. He's been shooting the three better. He's hard to guard, just all over the court, right? He's turning himself into a 5-level scorer, in my opinion. Just how you can get to the cup, shooting the mid range, got a little flow to game, shoot the three. He's starting to even incorporate a little bit of the post game. So I think he got snubbed. Sabonis, I don't think Sabonis gets enough credit at all. I think people just overlook him because they don't like the way he plays, right? Who else? I think Jamal Murray probably got snubbed just because he was injured for a few games. And I just don't think people like Jamal Murray's game, right? Like I think in the playoff time, people respect it, but like during the regular season, people are like, whatever, we don't really care too much about it. But he's like a hooper, dog. So him, I think I'll say for the last one from the West, probably be Brandon Ingram. He's a sneaky player in New Orleans that gets a lot of buckets. Everybody focuses on Zion, or try to hope CJ McCollum shows up. But really, Brandon Ingram, he is a guy that plays. If he is healthy, he's playing no matter what. You know, game in and game out, he's showing up. He's performing. He's giving you consistent play, consistent buckets. So that Porzingis, I don't know how you feel about this. Porzingis, I think he's been. You don't think he's been playing good?
He has, but when you're talking about the center position, how do you go?
Who you think Randall is better than Porzingis right now?
Randall's not a center, bro.
I'm saying, but Porzingis is playing center forward, like he's doing that, right? Like some teams he
He's
get a forward.
center.
Opinion. Okay, so even with the center, what they have right now, you think the centers they have are better?
Yeah, Giannis and Embiid. Yeah, I could see why they would only pick
Giannis
two
is a
centers.
forward. Lopez plays center.
Well, that's fair. I don't know. I mean, and did you say Bam got in?
Yeah, Bam Adebayo. You think Porzingis is not better than Bam?
They're different players. It's. I wouldn't lose any sleep over an argument on that one.
Okay.
I think Bam's been playing pretty well, in his own way.
I didn't see this. But what do you think about the trade with the Rockets acquiring Steven Adams?
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, it was Steven Adams, and then they got Victor Oladipo is going to the Grizzlies. Going to the Grizzlies. And a third round,
Is he even healthy?
3 second-round picks.
Yeah, what happened to Oladipo? Isn't he hurt again? Like I haven't seen him.
Let me see.
I haven't heard of him.
Yeah, right now he's averaging 10.7 points.
Okay.
It's still a knee though. I still see knee.
Yeah, I think he's messed up the same knee like twice now, or 2 or 3 times.
I don't know. Maybe
It's unfortunate.
why get rid of Adams though? You just believe in Jaren Jackson that much? Or Tillman?
Yeah, I mean the NBA is different now. You don't need the big guys much. You need guys that can shoot perimeter wise.
Okay.
Anyways,
Something like that.
so I got on that. Real quick, hockey All-Star game is Saturday, I believe. They got the skills competition tomorrow night. That's usually pretty entertaining. Oh, sorry, I just read something about Bill Belichick. Anyways, no, apparently the Commanders chose Dan Quinn over Belichick. Belichick was interested. So, sorry to break the news on that one for you, Ryan. Anyways, NHL, yeah, the skills competition, I highly encourage people to watch that. It's pretty entertaining. The things that these guys can do on the ice is amazing to even watch. Even though it's, I don't know, just how fast they can skate. I know how, like, who can shoot the fastest, like the fastest shot. Just a bunch of things that they do. It's pretty entertaining. I think it's one of the better like all-star experiences outside of the game itself, in my opinion. So that's really all I got for hockey.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, baseball real quick. The Baltimore Orioles sold their team. The owner sold it to, I don't even know who the new owner is, but in less than 24 hours of gaining ownership, they've already made a major trade, and they got Corbin Burns, from a pitcher from Milwaukee. So Baltimore is loading up to compete in the East this
I
year.
wonder
so.
who bought them.
Yeah, I know it's an ownership group. Like everything now is an ownership group. I think it was former players. A couple former players were involved. But yeah.
Saffron? Is that the group?
Yeah, that's probably the group.
No, I just made that up. Hold up.
No. Cal Ripken, Grant Hill among group purchasing O's. I think it's Cal Ripken. It just says Ripken, so I'm assuming Cal Ripken. Yeah, Cal Ripken Jr., Grant Hill are part of a group. Former mayor, New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg's involved, and former Baltimore Mayor Kurt Schmoke.
Lit.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, Orioles have new management or new ownership and already making deals. So that's good for us here, like, because locally, because when the Orioles are good, which is not often, it makes it a little bit more exciting to like go to games and stuff. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, buddy. Hey,
Yeah, I think that's probably better though. Some people that played on the team, things like that, to own the O's, they might care a little bit more, put a little bit more into,
how much did it sell for?
let's see.
I don't know.
Let's see.
Did they outbid it? They outbid us.
I had one of my inside sources said David Rubenstein was part of the ones that's bought the Orioles. Yeah, it is David Rubenstein. 1.75 billion. Yeah. Do y'all know who David Rubenstein is?
No.
He owns
Should we?
No, he owns this big VC firm down in DC. So
Is he Jewish?
I don't know. I don't know if he's Jewish. He might be. Let's see.
Imagine Rubenstein.
Could be.
Anyways, hey, we got 1 week left. And then we
Carlisle
get
Group.
the
Appreciate
big
it.
game, baby.
That's what it is. The Carlisle Group. Anyway.
The big game, the Super Bowl set. Chiefs, 49ers. Wow. How did we get here? Let's go ahead and cover both games because it's
A lot of
I'm
stupidity.
we have a lot. It's first off, we had good games in terms of close. They were
pretty
close.
good, yeah.
They were close games. Let's start with the AFC Championship game. Chiefs, Ravens. The Ravens defense did everything that they were supposed to do.
Yep.
They held the Chiefs to 17 points,
Which should be enough to win.
and that was in the first half. After the first half, they had 0 points the second half, and the Baltimore Ravens could not. They had 6 carries by running backs in this game,
Yeah, insane.
and it was just pathetic. They just went away from everything that they thought they knew. And Gus Edwards on those 3 carries, Gus Edwards only had 3 carries, and Justice Hill had another 3 carries. So on Gus Edwards' 3 carries, he was averaging 6.6 yards a carry. Why was he not getting the ball more? Even Lamar, when he ran, he was running well. I mean, he had that one big long run, but still, they just got away from the run. It's not like the game was super out of reach where they had to abandon the run.
Running does not work when you're going against Patrick Mahomes. Like that's a good game.
When your defense is doing what they're doing,
That's a good game plan, right? When you say it out loud and you look at the stats, like, oh my God. But when you're in it and you see that guy across the field, 15, people just act different. Like they just feel like we can't just try to run because it's a matter of time before they score. I'm telling you that
No, that's why you run it. Keep them on the sideline.
Okay, so if you run and keep on the sideline, they stop you, he score a touchdown. That defeats the purpose.
I'm not saying like run in like 3rd and 9. I'm just saying that like if your second down runs, like get in good field position where it's like a 3rd and 4, and then you can throw the ball and try and get the first down. Like I'm just saying, if you're running the ball well, when you run the ball 6 times with your running back, that your game plan was to not run the ball.
Yep. That was bad coaching. Bad coaching.
I mean, the defense, heck of a game. Fantastic. They played really well. They held Mahomes. I was worried when Lamar fumbled he fumbled that ball in that strip sack, and then I was like, oh, this game's over. And then I think Baltimore ended up getting a 4th down turnover on downs because they went for it on 4th down. They didn't get it. But that kept them in the game. That's their defense. But at that point, it was going how I predicted I thought it was going to go. I thought the Ravens were going to be – I thought it was going to be a higher scoring game. I think Kenny thought it was going to be a shootout as well. I thought the Chiefs would be up by like 14 points, and I thought this was going to happen. I thought they were going to force them to have to throw the ball and abandon the run, and this was going to be the result. But the fact that the score was so close throughout, I'm surprised they abandoned the run as quickly as they did.
Because the stats don't show the actual game, right? Like when you watch the game, they were pressing the whole time. Because in their head, just like Tony Romo and all the announcers be saying in there, they're like, you can't let Kansas City get up 2 scores. You can't let it happen. We got to do something. We got to do something. We can't let them get up 2 scores. If we let them get up 2 scores, it's going to get ugly. We can't do it. We can't do it. We can't do it. We can't do it. So you start filling down the sideline. Like they know who they're playing against, right? It's the same thing. If you give Tom Brady a lead, you might as well cancel Christmas, dog. You might as well cancel Christmas. So that's what they're thinking. So I understand what y'all saying 100%. Like you stick to your guns. What's been working all year, that's what you need to stick to. Don't change your philosophy up, right? Don't try to make Lamar be a passer and do all. You weren't doing that all year. You were running the ball effectively. You were scheming effectively. So Moken, why are you switching it up? Don't do it. But at the same point, you're playing against a guy that you guys fear. You can tell that Baltimore feared playing against Patrick Mahomes.
Not the defense, not the
team.
The
defense was only relevant because Andy Reid said, listen, we're running the clock out. If they wanted to run it up to get a play, they could. Every time they needed to get a play on 3rd down, they got it. Only time they didn't do it was that last drive because the defense nutted up or buckled up and doggone made a stop. Other than that, it was multiple 3rd downs. They converted. Everybody's like, oh, man, it's a 3rd time. Baltimore got to get a stop here. 1st down. Like, I'm just saying. Like, I think towards the end of the game, Baltimore took themselves out of it. Like, just as a team, like they were mentally out of it already. Especially when Flowers did that fumble, it was gone. The air popped the balloon. Everybody's like,
oh, that would have made it a 3-point game. I think
3-point game. And then at that point in time, now Kansas City doesn't have the luxury of let me go run the ball and I could chill out and it's not a pressure situation. Now they're going to press a little bit because now it's like, damn, we had a lead the whole time. We can't give this up. So now they're going to press and you push the ball back in their court for them to make a play rather than the pressure to be on you. But that never happened. When it happened, and if they're like, all right, cool, we cool. You can see it on the sideline. As soon as they happen, they're like, yeah, we good. We chilling.
I mean, their big issue was my biggest problem is after they fumbled the ball in the beginning of the game, the first quarter, the Ravens fumbled on the strip sack, but then they got a turnover on down, so they got bailed out. They were about to go down by 14 points.
Yep.
But they got bailed out. That next drive, Lamar Jackson ran the ball for 5 yards. Then he threw the ball to himself for 13 yards. Ran the ball with Zay Flowers on like some jet screen, but then incomplete pass. Like they were trying to do like that was the drive, like methodically drive down the field right there. Like And then they forced Kansas City to punt. Well, they ended up punting, and then Kansas City punted again. And then again, they went out there and they tried to throw the ball in short routes, and they just could not get the passing game going. They at no point were they like, hey, maybe we should try and start running the ball. And I think that is why Brian was saying it was a coaching failure.
Yeah, I'm saying, what point of time this year has it been where they have initiated their pass without using a run? That's been their thing. Their thing has been, we're going to run the ball, we're going to make them, come up and load the box, and then Lamar's going to get these different matchups, and then Moki can scheme it, and we're going to pass the ball after that. So if you've been like I said, if you've been doing it all year, why are you changing it now? And that's the thing that's been said. It's like
played conservative or something. I don't know.
You start hearing, oh man, cool, Patrick Mahomes versus Lamar. Is Lamar really that guy? Is he? So then it's like, is this a piston contest? Because I feel like they're trying to prove that Lamar could throw the ball. That's what it was saying. Like they trying to prove that Lamar could throw the ball and he's an accurate passer and like he's your real MVP. Like, why are we doing that? Why are we trying to showcase Lamar when we're trying to get to the Super Bowl?
That pass that he threw an end zone in the red zone, Lamar did. And I don't know if it was like from a clean pocket or not, but when it likely was going in the end zone, he was open.
No, he wasn't.
But he was open if you threw it.
No, he wasn't.
Those kinds of balls need to be thrown. Yeah, because the other guy wasn't over the top.
Bro. He had, it was the linebacker already inside, and he had a defender on his backside. They already had him stacked already. They had him already. There wasn't a guy deep on.
There was nobody over the top, Kenny.
There wasn't.
He was on his right shoulder. It was a guy on his right shoulder trailing him like this side by side, and it was a linebacker underneath.
Yeah, trailing him.
Bro,
you throw it over the top where only he can get it.
How you gonna throw it over the top if I'm right on his hip? If I have outside leverage and he's in the inside of me, how am I going to throw it over the top?
They were running towards the post.
You're not. You're in the middle of the field. What are you talking about?
Throw it towards the back of the end zone, Kenny. That's what you do.
Where it either goes out of bounds or
your guy makes a play.
If I'm on your hip right here and you're going it. Yes, you said you want to throw it for the guy to make the play, but at the end of the day, it was a guy underneath too. It was a linebacker underneath that turned inside to him right before, because he came off and he's like, damn, I'm open. But when he peeled, the linebacker turned inside and spun. So then now you really have somebody over the top and underneath.
There was nobody over the top, Kenny.
If nobody. I'm on your outside shoulder, bro, I'm over the top. I don't have to be directly on the top of you. If I'm on your outside shoulder, I'm on the top. That's called over the top. I'm over the top.
Okay, I wouldn't call that over the top, Kenny, but
if somebody's here and I'm right here, I'm right next to him, I got outside leverage, I'm over the top of him. Look right here. Go ahead, play it. Inside, guy right there, turn into him. Inside.
Is it playing?
Nope.
It's not playing?
No. But here, look, we're likely
look at the name of it. Hold on. Let's watch our ads. Let's watch. It says playoff joker.
Why is it not playing? Is
this like a YouTube thing?
You can't play it right or something?
I guess not. It's probably
look at it. Hold on, stop. Just right here. Look at the guy right there.
Because we're on YouTube.
Look at the guy at 15 yards on the yellow line.
Yeah, he gets past him.
Bro, I'm saying, but he's over the top. He's letting him go.
At that point, he is.
He's there the whole time. He's waiting for him. He's not going to backpedal because I don't know what route he's playing. So I'm waiting to get in phase with him, and then once I get in phase with him, then I'm there. Look at that picture right there.
Okay, so it wasn't a clean pocket. Let's give him that.
Let's get that. But go back up a little bit.
He was getting hit. So that was a different play.
Go back up a little bit. Right here. That picture right there. Is that here right there? Underneath. Is that it?
This one? Yeah.
That's the pick, right?
He's not coming from this direction.
I didn't say that, but look
he's coming from
there. But look at the guy right there. 32, inside linebacker. He was over on the top.
What? No. He's just on his outside shoulder. If you
That's
throw it over the top,
bro. They're in the middle of the field.
okay. If you throw it towards the back line, you're either your guy gets a play or nothing happens.
Bro, it's the safety. What are you talking
Here
about?
we go. Share this tab. Here we go. Oh, for goodness sakes. We're just trying to see the jam play. Here, hold on. Let's wait for the ad.
Brought to you by Milo's.
This is super important. This is super important. No. Oh, it's right here.
But look at that. Look at that. Is that not, bro? That is over the top. He has somebody in the inside, and he has right there. I understand what you're saying. You're gonna say, Kenny, if
Look, he
throws it to
raises his hand and then turns on the Jets. He's behind him now. He's
Bro,
almost
just because
falling.
I raise my hand, that doesn't. That,
Yeah,
Kenny,
Bro,
he
I
is
didn't-
past the defender.
if I raise my hand, the ball is not.
And then he stops because the damn ball's so fucking underthrown that he had to. Yes, it was a bad fucking throw, Kenny.
Oh my god.
Look,
bro.
even the defender runs into him.
If
because
I
of that.
raise my hand, the quarterback didn't throw the ball. Just because I'm open at that point in time
And
does not mean I'm
Well,
open.
the quarterback needs to know that he's just throw it to the back of the end zone.
Right here, back of the end zone.
Do you not see 26? Where did 26 come from?
Yeah, he was getting smoked.
26
he was getting
is
smoked.
coming from the other
He was
side.
over here.
He's tracking the quarterback's eyes. He's looking for the ball.
I don't care, Kenny.
Okay.
It would not have been picked if you throw him to the back line.
Okay.
It's not pass interference, by the way. It's not.
That's not pass interference? I thought it was.
It probably
But
is.
the
It
ball
probably
is not the ball is not even in play yet. Bro can't even make a play on the ball. I thought that was PI. People said, no, don't bail him out. That's bro.
So,
He's trying to
this-
stop.
This would have been PI if he made a more dramatic stop. Like he
Look at
stopped and then just did
Bro,
that.
he's tackling him. He can't stop. How do you want me to stop? He's tackling me, bro. He's two guys' momentum is pushing me. I'm trying to stop.
Yeah, I probably would have called PI.
Anyway.
Oh, look at these ads.
Anyway.
All right, well that was fun, dude. Anyways, sucks for Baltimore. I feel bad for them, but they should have played better. They could have beat Kansas City, but now we're stuck with Tom Brady 2.0, Patrick Mahomes. Like, I can't take it.
Boo
anymore.
fucking who?
I can't take it. He's been in the Super Bowl for the last 5 years. That's impressive. All he knows, he's never not played in the AFC Championship game as a starter.
That's what happens when the GOAT.
That's amazing.
Calm
And
down.
you know what? I do like.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know, it's so funny because you watched Brady. Whenever we were watching Brady, like you'll never see this again, and then all of a sudden he retires, and it's like, well, okay, now I think we're seeing it again. I think we are.
We are seeing it again, but we're seeing it a little bit better.
We're
A little bit more
we're seeing part one. Let's see if he can complete the 3-part series.
If he makes it to the career long as Brady, it might really put Brady to shame.
What? How's it going to put Brady to shame? Is Joe Montana shamed right now because Brady busted his ass? Like, what are you
even
talking
talks-
about?
Nobody even talks about Joe Montana, bro.
Who did
They,
the
dude,
Chiefs lose
they
to?
were forever.
They don't talk about Joe Montana. Who said everybody knows Brady's a GOAT. Nobody's saying, "Oh, Joe Montana."
Okay, but so don't sit here and say that Brady's going to be gone to shame.
at the pace that this man is going, he's been in the league for 6 years.
It's not going to sustain.
Oh.
The Kansas City window is closing. They're going to have to
Ow.
revamp their
That's what I'm
defense
saying.
soon
How's it closing with him?
because they have money issues coming up. Man, they've kicked the can down the road a lot.
What money issues?
No, they
Please,
don't.
Please tell me.
They don't.
Because Travis Kelsey's already good. Who do you have to pay? Rasheed Rice.
Chris Jones.
Okay, well, guess what? You already gave Patrick Mahomes his money. He's there for 10 years. Travis Kelsey's good until he's retired. Rasheed Rice is a rookie. Everybody else is expendable, bro. You paid your O-line already.
You just proved you don't need receivers. You
Pacheco's
don't need to
nothing.
pay receivers.
Yeah, you don't even got to
need-
pay receivers. They got no
You
names
don't-
out there balling.
And Travis Kelsey's going to retire at the end of the year. I mean, so there goes his blanket.
He ain't retiring.
Bro, come on, stop it. You got
Why wouldn't he? He's going to go retire and hang out with Tay.
No, he's not going to retire, bro. He is on a dip, bro. For him to still be playing this efficient, stop it. He's not retiring. He was not. But I do think that, like to everybody's point, he might get married to Tay if they win the Super Bowl. The NFL might tell
If
him.
they win, they might tell him.
Yeah, if
Dude,
they win.
They look so good right now.
Who?
I hate this team.
They look good, or does fucking Patrick Mahomes look good?
Patrick Mahomes. Looks good.
Spags is good.
I'm saying
Patrick
He got that
Patrick
defense right.
Patrick Mahomes, Spags, Andy Reid. Okay, that's all I need. Everybody else, cool. We can pick your poison.
They are
Yeah.
so lucky that Spags tried out the head coaching thing. It
It's not
didn't
his
work
thing.
out, and he knows. He's like they never have to worry about it. He'll just
Nah.
stay there forever.
Yeah, he's good.
He's
He's
never
not
going
going
anywhere.
anywhere. He's straight. But with that being said, they're still going to lose the Super Bowl, though. But whatever.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Maybe.
I'm
Anyways,
not
let's
betting
see who-
against them, but
We'll get to that
Let's-
next week.
Let's see who they're playing. They're playing the 49ers. The 49ers beat the Detroit Lions 34-31. This was a good game, but it was also one of the more depressing games I've ever watched.
for who?
Because if you're rooting for the underdog, which like I was, at halftime, they looked great. At halftime, this game was what, 24-7?
Yeah.
That was beautiful. If you were a Detroit Lions fan, but like Kenny said, they tried to do what the Kansas City Chiefs tried to do, except they didn't have the defense to stop the 49ers. They tried to just run the clock out and play conservative the rest of the half because they were up 24-7, and they couldn't. They couldn't get the 49ers off the field, and the 49ers drove back and won the game. It sucks.
When you
Just
haven't
terrible.
been there before, you don't know how to act in those situations, right? It's always cool to say, I would do this, I would do that. And then when you're in those situations, that emotion takes over, right? Because everybody's saying, oh my gosh, why is he going for it on fourth down? Why? Because, bro, he did it any other time.
Yeah, that's
That's
his thing. Like that's whatever, man.
And people
That's
like,
that is their identity. That
kick a field goal. You're not doing that, bro. When he's an emotional guy. At that point in time, you're gonna be like, I believe in my team every single day of the week. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the line. And I will take the end of it if it doesn't work out. Either way, they're
Yeah.
gonna lose that game because the momentum was gone.
Brock Purdy, man,
Brendan
he's
Ayuk,
good. Brandon Ayuk, yeah, I
Like-
love that guy.
he's probably the most underrated player on their offense. Because you hear about Brock, you hear about, of course, CMC, you hear about doggone Debo. Oh, we can't work without Debo. You hear about Kittle, but like the routes that man be running, Ayuk.
I mean, Ayuk only had 3 catches in that game, and one of them was like a fluke tip ball.
It's like
went
the
to-
Julian Edelman catch.
but he comes up in big moments.
He does.
He makes those aggressive catches, and
And he blocks.
it's real nice. The Lions, if you're just looking at the stat sheet, the Lions should have won that game.
Sassy
It
shuffle, for sure.
sucks. It's sad. But 49ers came out. Kyle Shanahan's a good coach. I mean, they're great. So I would love if the 49ers win that game. I just fear when you're looking how many times have I looked at Tom Brady across the field and be like, I'd love if this team won the game and they just lose because the Patriots are dominant.
But the only issue is that normally in other quarterback is like kind of inferior. And right now, the way Brock Purdy is playing, he's playing like baby Brady, right? Like in the sense of like, we don't expect a lot from him. Like I'm talking about beginning Brady, not late Brady.
Mhm.
Beginning Brady, he's like, whatever, but he's being efficient. And I think the defense is going to be okay. But the weapons that he has around him, it's
My
hard,
fear
bro.
is that Purdy is young, and every game I think in the playoffs he takes a while to get going. He's always better in the second half than he is in the first half.
Yeah.
And my fear is that Mahomes and them are so good with those first 15 scripted plays that like they might be up. They're gonna have to come back against the Chiefs.
So I don't think that. I think it's the
We'll
only
see.
reason why I say that is because they played each other in the Super Bowl already,
Yeah.
right? So like this is like a redemption game,
4 years ago, baby.
Exactly. So now when you play,
Biden, Trump was elected. It was a leap year, and the 49ers Chiefs played in the Super Bowl. I'm just saying, if you're placing futures bets on who's winning the election this year, I just
Jesus Christ.
what?
I
That
don't know
was a
about all
reach.
that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm just kidding. No, Jess sent me that meme.
They played in 2020.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this COVID year. Yeah. Or when COVID was about to start? I just remember because I was in Iraq at that time. And that's the only thing that was going on. I was like, oh man, the Super Bowl. And I thought the 49ers was going to win that game. And they had a lead. And
They
then
should
gave it
have.
up. Yeah, it was because of Garoppolo, but
Yeah.
whatever.
No, it wasn't because of Garoppolo. It was because Kyle Shanahan didn't trust Garoppolo
But I
until
think
it was like third and long.
I think he got a little bit of PTSD in the sense of when they were against Brady trying to do too much and you lose the game. But then now he's like, okay, let's do the conservative approach, and you lose that way. The same thing that people are trying to say that Campbell should have did. Anyway,
Well, I mean,
and he did.
the Lions choked,
And they
and
lost.
and Dan Campbell's an idiot because he went for it on fourth down instead of putting points on the board twice.
He's an idiot now.
Sorry.
If they convert, then he's a smart guy. Now, since he didn't convert, he's an idiot.
There are times when you listen to analytics, the playoffs is not one of them.
Bro, he wasn't listening to analytics. That's called.
Yeah, he was. That's
No,
what
he
the
was not.
analytics. Everybody's like, "Oh, analytics say you go
no,
for
no.
it. It was good decision."
Bro, he's listening to himself. The analytics didn't tell you to go for the 2-point conversion 3 times in a row.
Well,
That's
then he needs
pride.
to have better situational awareness. Then
Yeah, his situational awareness, bro. This is a guy that went for 3 2-point conversions in a row.
I understand Kenny, and
What
I thought
are
he
you
was dumbass
expecting?
for doing that too.
So what do you expect? You thought he's gonna be smart this time?
I thought he might learn his lesson.
He was a dumbass last time. Now you're gonna be smart.
Well,
No, bro. You are what you are.
yeah,
Dude, if you're not in your 30s, you're not going to coach in the NFL. Apparently,
You said what?
all these new coaches are young bucks.
Yep.
Except for the Commanders' new coach Dan Quinn.
I thought,
Who,
Which
why
I
would
don't
they
understand
hire-
that.
Why would they hire? It's Dan Quinn. Dallas had like a terrible defensive showing when it mattered in the playoffs. Why would you think?
because Dan Quinn's trying to get the hell out of Dallas, bro.
Wasn't Dan Quinn in Atlanta when they lost 28-3, the lead? I don't know. I'm just pointing it out.
Not a
You
great
know.
thing that you want on your resume.
Yeah, it's like this guy's a known choker. His defenses don't perform well in big situations.
Who was
Huh.
the D coordinator when in Seattle? With Legion of Boom.
But you got to remember,
No,
Pete,
who's that?
Pete is a
saying, who
defensive
was that?
guy. Carroll is a defensive guy.
Who's
So
that?
I mean,
Who's that?
that's like giving credit to Belichick's defenses to his son.
Bro, don't tell me Pete Carroll was the one that was all calling defense. Get the hell out of here with that shit.
He might not have been calling it, but he's the one that
No.
schemed it
No, he did not. He did not. So why the Legion
You
of
know-
Boom ain't there no more? Get out of here, bro.
because
Was
they
there
got
a Legion
old.
of Boom when they were in Atlanta? Was there? Who was the Legion?
Yeah,
of Boom?
really.
The Atlanta defense was good that year. Are y'all tripping? They were
Until
good
it
that
wasn't.
year. Okay. Okay. Until it wasn't. All right. All right.
And you could also argue that even when Dan Quinn was in Seattle, they gave up a 10-point lead to Tom Brady and the Patriots.
No. So
Yes,
so
they did.
It's all Dan Quinn's fault. How about stupid ass Pete Carroll, who was the defensive guy? Why the hell did he fucking call a damn pass instead of a run?
That's after Dan Quinn already blew the lead. But yeah, if you want to take things in order, that's how it went.
He blew a lead to the GOAT, but they had
But
a
the
chance
Legion
to
of
win.
Boom was a historic defense. You can't have it both ways, Kenny.
I didn't say
Dan Quinn is a bad coach, and that's what we're getting at. Okay?
No, he's not.
He's terrible. He's awful. He shouldn't even be in the league.
All right.
Yes, I said it.
Ryan, let's end the podcast, bro.
Dan
Ryan,
Quinn. The fuck
This
out of
is
here.
the
What's he
last-
ever done that's been
he said he
good?
shouldn't even be in the league.
He should.
Did you hear him?
He should.
The last thing I
Ryan.
want to ask.
Ryan, answer that question. Did you hear what he just said? He said he shouldn't even be in the league. Do you know how many bad defensive coordinators
No,
there is?
Dan Quinn should be in the league
Come
as a
on,
defensive
bro.
coordinator.
Come on, bro.
I was like, he just
Barely.
can't manage. I don't think he should manage the game.
100%.
Where's Bill Belichick this time next
At the
year?
house.
Is he just taking the year out?
Yeah, you got to.
I think that's it.
He's not gonna work under nobody.
He's not going to play as a defensive coordinator for anybody.
No.
It doesn't count towards his head coach stats, and there's no other positions available. Brian, what's your big brain thinking?
Chiefs. Andy Reid retires.
Bro, get the fuck out of here. He's not retiring, dog.
Why?
You just
He's
saying
not-
shit.
He's not stressed. He just has the
He's in
easiest
his
job
mid
ever.
60s. He's very overweight, so the
So
stress
the-
weighs on him more. I'm not trying to
And-
fat shame the guy. I'm just saying it's a stressful job.
Bill's the epitome of health.
I mean, until the last couple of
He's
years, he was in
72.
pretty good shape. So
And he's 72.
Ryan,
He's
I think
older.
I know.
I think Brian is drinking, bro. He's like saying like off the rocker shit right now.
Well, he
Alright.
he also thought he was going to get the Bills spot.
Yeah,
Which is not
I think it's still in play.
No, it's not. If
It might
they're-
be.
They can't be making because they just got Joe Brady as the offensive coordinator. Like they're making defensive coordinator position moves and offensive coordinator position moves. They don't do that. Hire people if they're going to change the head coach.
Brian is just trying to look for any way that Bill Belichick can stay in. He's like,
He's
Oh.
not. He's taking the year off. It
They'll-
sucks.
they'll fire Harbaugh. He just got
Or-
here, bro.
or-
no, he's in Chargers.
Or another theory, if the Giants start off poorly,
Oh my god.
he'll go to New York in the middle of the year.
I don't know.
If the sun doesn't shine too bright, he'll be in Tampa next.
No. No, I really think he's going to stay locally. So I don't think he's going to venture too far away from the Northeast. However, I think he would if he had the opportunity to take over Kansas City, just because it's already set up for him to succeed.
Kansas City is not going to go and grab Bill Belichick. That literally is like a conflict of interest. Like it doesn't even match.
How's that a conflict of interest?
Because it doesn't even match the personality of the city. It doesn't match the personality of their team. He's gonna change too much.
What do you mean he's going to
He
change?
he didn't want Tom Brady to rock out. You think he gonna let Patrick Mahomes rock out? Stop it. Stop.
You have a higher odds of the NFL creating an expansion franchise and having him coach that
Yes.
than him going to coach.
He's going
Kansas City,
to
yeah.
the XFL.
There you go.
I can see that. I can see that.
Is he married?
He's got a girl. I'm not sure if they're married or not, but
I just can't see him doing anything but football.
He need to move out because that old ass house of his, golly. He need to go get some new scenery. He just gives me like just a northeast angry. I feel like he might look like
Belichick
Pittsburgh.
reportedly wants a break from the big market media.
well, New York's out then.
He's not going to New York.
He's going to
What
the
about
Saints.
Jackson? What about Jacksonville, Philly? I'm trying to think next year of coaches
No,
that
he's not.
might be on the
He's
hot
a
seat.
big market. What are you talking about?
Well, I know. Yeah, that'll be a tough crowd.
Jacksonville, Carolina.
Minnesota.
Once Tepper gets him out of there, the next guy out of there, he'll go to Carolina.
They just got a new guy.
And
What about yeah?
didn't they get what you call last year?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
true.
right, this guy right out of there.
That owner's insane, dude. It's just like, you gone.
You got too much money, bro.
Throwing
You
drinks
too-
at people.
Yeah.
you got too much
What about
money.
Tampa Bay?
How ironic would that be?
Yeah.
That's where Brady goes, and then Bill goes, and then he wins the Super Bowl.
That's not happening.
Oh, that'd be insane. What a story. NFL scripted if that happens.
All right. Here's my bold prediction. If Bill Belichick sits out this year, if he officially sits out, he dies.
Wow. That's fucked up. What's wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you?
That's it's real sad.
He dies.
Oh my god, that took a turn, bro.
I think he doesn't know how to live with himself without football, and his just body starts shutting down.
That's why. That's
think-
why.
In all honesty, he's gonna have to scratch the itch. I would not be surprised if he's not coaching in Indianapolis. Like maybe not the head coach, but like consulting with them and helping them out just to
Where?
be around the game
He's not going to Navy, bro.
at the Naval Academy.
No, bro.
Oh.
That's where his roots are, Kenny.
I know that, but he's not going to the Naval Academy. He's
He
not
has
going
to do something because if he
I
just
think
sits
he's
at
going to
home
do
and
something,
retires,
Kenny.
Bro,
has to do something.
they're going to figure out a way to either get him
Can you
around.
imagine he goes to Alabama? I know they already hired a guy, but
Yeah.
he goes to college. I can't imagine Bill Belichick coaching kids, right?
No, it probably work perfectly for him because he gets that control.
Yeah, he gets the control. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
It's true. He is a control freak. So
Yeah. So anyway,
Whatever. That's my prediction. That happens with people when they stop working and they don't have other things to do.
yeah,
They get
with
sick.
it, wither and go.
She's like, well, I guess this is it, guys. Now
Yeah.
he'll find something to do. Hopefully, I would love. Can you imagine? He's like an analyst. Like, can you imagine?
on TV.
I can see that.
I mean,
I,
when he did
everyone would
that,
love it.
dude, when he did the NFL special for the top 100 players of all time,
Yeah,
he actually was pretty good with it. Like he loves
Yeah.
talking about football.
That's what Nick Saban's gonna do.
Yeah,
dude, imagine him. On
he's not gonna be in like the booth.
the
or
Manning
anything.
podcast with like on
Oh my
ESPN. Just-
Imagine him and Nick Saban both at the same company, and they're doing like games.
I don't think they'd call games, but if they were
No,
like,
because they need somebody. They usually
I'm
have an
saying
analyst and then a guy.
They'll have
calling.
an analyst, and then they have both of them in the booth.
you mean a color guy or what do they call it?
A
Is that
color
the,
guy?
no, a color guy is one of them, and then you have the broadcaster.
A color guy.
Kenny, they're taking
Fuck off, Kenny.
applications.
You know what I'm saying.
A color commentator. Is what
That one. Oh, I just thought he was a color guy.
No.
Anyway,
Can
Nah,
you imagine?
I
The
can see that.
A-team would be like Pat McAfee and Bill Belichick.
The thing about it, if they had Pat McAfee, right, Bill Belichick, and then Nick, Nick Saban and Pat McAfee got a good relationship. So if you had all three of them, what if they take Nick Saban? I think they're gonna take Nick Saban and put him on game day and replace Lee Corso. Tell Lee Corso get the fuck out of there.
I mean,
And then
he's
put music.
old.
Wait, is Lee Corso? Is he the one that puts the mascot heads on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nick Saban not doing that shit though. They're
He'll
not
put
doing
a
that shit
hat
over
on.
there.
That's it. He's like,
No, he's not
Yeah,
gonna put shit on. They're gonna let Pat McAfee do that shit.
No. If it was Belichick, he'd just be like, he'd just pick up like the thing and just put it on the desk and be like,
he's gonna wear suits with the sleeves cut off. Maybe he'll go into acting.
No, don't do that either.
hey, he had a Subway commercial a couple years ago.
No, it did not.
Bro, he in the last game of his career, as we know it right now, he didn't even make a facial expression. Bro took off his.
I mean, I'm
Nothing.
pretty sure he knew he was done in New England weeks before that. You know, like
But I'm saying he didn't say anything. He's like, no, like all these years I've been here, he just. Anyway, so before we let the people go, what we have for Super Bowl predictions?
we're doing that next week, Kenny.
I think we should do it next week. That's what Brian's saying. You got any
What do,
Pro
what do you
Bowl
want to talk about next week, then, Kenny? We just blow our load here.
Okay, cool.
predictions?
You build it back up and you can blow it again, bro.
Man, you're a real champ, then.
Only got one in the tank.
Yeah, I'm
man.
like, you know, I can't. You know,
Okay,
okay, save
Pro-
them up.
Are y'all looking forward to anything in the Pro Bowl this week?
The Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
I haven't even watched any of the
No,
skills
I'm-
challenges.
The skill challenge is actually not that bad. I actually like
Yeah,
the
they're-
dodgeball.
Who's even
won?
in the Pro Bowl? Didn't like Gardner Minshew make it because everybody's sitting out? No offense to him, but
Minshew's there. Well, it's like not last year or maybe it was last year or the year before where it was freaking the Ravens quarterback.
yeah,
Snoop.
Huntley or whatever.
Yeah.
And Mac
Huntley.
Jones was there, his rookie year.
Oh yeah, that was.
That was a fluke.
Yeah, huh.
All right, well we'll save it. Anything else?
Nah.
What you got for BK bets, Brian? Anything? Not right now.
This weekend, Carolina Duke play in college basketball should be a good one. I think I'm gonna be on the Tar Heels. Depending on the spread, we'll see what it looks like. If it's only like 3.5 maybe. It's in Chapel Hill, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
I like that, especially after like Clemson just went into Duke and almost beat them. Should have beat them. I think Duke's for the taking right now. So
Yeah, unfortunately, I won't be able to bet this weekend, so I'll probably put my ticket in beforehand. But yeah, I definitely think that if whoever's at home, they get the win. So I think North Carolina's at home. So if that's the case, I'll go North Carolina. But it should be get some good slated games this weekend. And as far as I'm concerned, Brian's theory holds true. If you have a ranked team and they're playing away, and the spread looks a little funky, just take the home team. Just telling you, you're gonna win more than you're gonna lose. And last year, I think we had something similar to this happening, and we waited too long for it to go there, and then it switched up on us. I think the year before that, it was happening with baseball, and we didn't switch up there, and then later we did it and it happened. So just follow it right now, and when it doesn't work, we'll tell you guys. But
it's because there's like a period of time where it starts happening, and then you notice the trend, and then it takes the books a while to catch up to it.
yeah,
Especially in college basketball, it's even more drastic because the spreads are just so off that it takes too long for the books to catch up. But they do eventually catch up, and that is what Kenny's talking about when you miss it.
yeah.
So
Well, better said by Brian. So we'll probably, if you guys are in there already, we'll probably, because what time is it? 10 something?
10:30.
10:30. So some games about to start. So we might have a little late night ticket just to get some money in your pocket before we start this weekend slate. So yeah, tap in if you're not in already on DraftKings. 2 Joes, 1 Pro, right?
Yep.
TWO Joes. No?
Numbers are numbers.
So 2 Joes, 1 Pro.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
The numbers are numbers.
Numbers are numbers. And it's open, so you guys could be able to jump in and go from there.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys said anything else before I let the people go?
Nope.
As always, we appreciate the love and support. Like and subscribe, share with your family and your friends. If you watch a Pro Bowl, do that. I know Brian said NHL skills challenges this week, NBA week next week, so we'll touch that there. But enjoy you guys' weekend. Be safe. Peace.
Peace.
Later.